It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's Maddest Writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1787, recorded Thursday, July 9th, 2020. We're adorable. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, Dickie D has a what the heck is it, and he also plays the Sandman. I take over for a gadget and another solar-powered gadget. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, the gadget master, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
Doing good myself. Doing very good.
And your shirt represents?
This is the Minecraft Dungeons
Wow.
Logo. So Minecraft has 2 new games. So now there's a total of 3 different games. So it has Minecraft, the normal game, where you have like a sword and a pick and whatnot. You have Minecraft Earth, which is a very Pokemon Go, you go out into the real world, collect things. Google had another kind of thing called Ingress, similar to that, where it's a game based in the real world. And then they have Dungeons, Minecraft Dungeons, which is very similar to Diablo. It's a kind of a point and click dungeon crawling game. Minecraft Dungeons. It's a dungeon crawling game.
Okay. And speaking of Minecraft,
Yeah.
do you have your...
I brought them the plaques. So this is an updated one of these. So this is the OMG Craft 100,000 play button. I can show it right here. So this is the old style. And I splurged and bought the new one. So this is the new design. But the piece of resistance, the big boy. Dun 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 dun. This is the 1 million subscriber play button.
Holy cow, Chad, that is astounding.
It has a mirror on it. Isn't that crazy? So you can kind of see it here. Let's switch. This is the 1 million.
So wait a minute, what was the silver one for?
100,000. 100,000.
And the the first one?
That's also 100,000. So
I see.
It took me so long to pass to go from 100,000 to 1 million that they changed the design. So there's actually an old 1 million design too. What's interesting is these 2 awards are made by like the same people who make the Emmys. Like it's a professional company that makes these awards. I think it's called Society Awards, something like that.
They look great.
Right. And it's also really nice because now you get support. There's someone you can call. You can actually order more of them. Back in the day, whenever we got these were like basically made by Google themselves. And I remember Brian Brushwood, when he passed 100,000, he wanted the button for himself. Or maybe it was 1 million. He wanted it, but he also wanted to give some to like Revision 3 at the time, like owned it. Like he wanted it, but he also wanted them, and it was just a hassle to get any of that done. So now you can just basically email the company and ask for more. You got to pay for them, but you can get more awards. So there you go. These are the 2 OMG Craft ones. This is the original OMG Craft one, and then this is the original OMG Chad one. I didn't get a updated OMG Chad. So these 3 are all for just the one channel, and this one is for the OMG Chad YouTube channel, which is separate.
Wow.
There you go. I still haven't figured out where I'm going to put them in the house.
I would say on the front door.
Hello and welcome. There is a YouTuber who lives here.
This is my Giz Wiz award for 5 subscribers.
That's nice. It's that,
Yeah. And then I got the big one when I hit 25 subscribers.
Wow. Does it light
Yeah.
up? It kind of looks like it has LEDs.
It lights up.
Oh,
It lights up. And it says whatever you want on it. Instead of engraving it, they send you a magic marker.
They say, a sticker pack, and you can just
so whatever you want. That is really that is an incredible. You're the only person I know who ever had $1 million of anything, including dollars.
I kind of wish it was dollars. That'd be great. Could all my subscribers just chip in $1? That'd be great. So yeah, that's those. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's great. Just great.
Do we have an update for you as well? I thought we did.
Oh, well, we were going to actually talk about the fireworks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which was, it was a goofy thing where every night of the week, Macy's, so a crowd wouldn't gather unannounced in 5 neighborhoods. They just had fireworks at an unspecified time, probably scared the living crap out of people. And then Saturday night, they said they're going to show all the videos and add a finale. And the finale was the best thing I've ever seen in fireworks. And they did it from the top of the Empire State Building. Now, we can't play the sound, but it's
right.
New York, New York. Frank Sinatra's New York, New York. And with that music in the background, it was just astounding. Dennis was saying they must have blocked off 30 blocks all the way around the Empire State Building because the fireworks came from every side of the building.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then they would cut to some of the fireworks they had done during the week, and then they cut back to the Empire State Building. And we don't have the music playing, but this might be the finale when Frank Sinatra's really revving it up. And look at it. I mean, that is the finale.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Dennis and Macy's. Yeah, it was just
that is just
amazing.
So cool.
Just amazing. Yeah, look it up on YouTube and then play it with the music.
It really adds such a new element to that building too. Like,
yes,
it was just like. It almost felt like, what can't this building do? Like, holy moly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like 10 years ago, or maybe the last 5 years ago, they wanted to relight it so that they changed it for holidays and the gay pride to do rainbows. But I had no idea they had done so much. Maybe in the back of their mind, they thought of fireworks. I don't know back then if they did. But I mean, the tower lights up and the sides light up. Yeah, and who knew they had all that room for fireworks?
I know.
Yeah,
I know. No, it's really cool. And I was just thinking, like, how do you get approval? Like, how do you get that passed? Like, all the regulatory, I'm sure, and then just like, hey, we want to strap some fireworks onto the side of this building.
To all
Hope we don't
sides of this building.
burn it down.
Is it going to be a lot of them? Like a couple of cherry bombs.
Man, that is
lotto
awesome.
Cash.
That is awesome.
But it was great. It was really super.
That's really cool.
Really super.
A small. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to say. So I was so jealous of your fountain.
Oh, yeah.
I bought one, but I figured I just can't get what you have. I have to get the one with the built-in battery, which does nothing because the fountain doesn't work. But
what?
I'm thinking, isn't the bottom of yours pretty much the same as this?
Your fountain doesn't work?
No.
Well, here's mine, and it's very similar. It's smaller for sure.
Oh, maybe. Because I was thinking, where is the battery in this?
Yeah, where's the battery?
Maybe they sent me the wrong thing. Certainly, it dribbled water out for about a minute, and then it stopped.
Is there a switch on yours?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
It says just put it in water. Then I left it in the sun thinking, in the water in the sun, thinking, well, the battery will charge, and I'll go out and be amazed. I went out and was amazed that it was doing nothing, so it's going back.
Boo.
Boo, boo, boo.
Yours looks a lot larger, for sure. I mean,
Maybe that's it. Okay. Oh, you know what it is. Okay.
Like,
So maybe there could be a battery under here.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is like $36.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
No.
Cheap. I could send you
Anyway.
mine.
No,
I don't need it.
we don't have enough sun. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah, you'll probably
That's
only
why-
have sun for.
That's why I wanted the one with the built-in battery so that it could store some power.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not good, not good.
One small thing before we get into the gadgets, a little
Yes,
bit of a
yep.
schedule change. Next week, I have a dentist appointment at this time. So we'll be recording one day later on Friday. Friday, same time, same place, just on Friday instead of on Thursday.
Yeah.
For those
And
of you who watch live.
with the virus, it's like if you can get a dentist appointment, you're
Yes.
so lucky.
Yes.
For the longest time, that we would get this thing from the doctor saying, the doctor will see people next week, Tuesday between 2 and 5. And I'm thinking, how many people are calling in to try and get the one day? So I know getting appointments these days is a little bit tricky.
Yep.
Anyway, okay. We're going to start off with what the heck is it?
Okay.
All right, we're going to play What the Heck Is It? I have the computer
Warming up my
screen
brain.
covered so Dennis cannot see. What the heck is this?
I can't say that. What I think
Any
it is.
idea?
Weird.
Not at all.
Not at all.
It's
Okay.
hard to see against your black shirt.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hang on. All right, well, that's all right. I'll
Spike?
turn it around and show you the front. I'm covering the label.
Boy, no
For the
idea.
kitchen?
Okay. A G-string, glue-on tie,
I told you these were
a clip-on tie.
gloves.
Gloves.
Okay. They are flashlight gloves. Okay. And it's very funny because one of the reviews said, I'm giving them as a gift, but this is how they come. This is the deluxe packaging. And I just hope the person knows how to use them because there are no instructions. So the only way to know how to use them is to look at the picture. So evidently, it goes on your thumb and your index finger. Okay, so let's do that.
Did they light up? Oh,
Yeah.
they do. Oh.
Okay, so this is for in winter as gloves. These are not going to keep your hands warm. Okay, so this is what they look like. All right, and then okay. So the object is, let's walk into our dark room and see what we can see with them. Let's see. Oh, actually, so the object is, if you were working like with a screwdriver or something,
Seems really bright.
you don't have to.
There's
have
two
anybody
lights.
hold the flashlight for you. And I'm just
There's
wearing
two lights,
one.
and I'll tell you why I'm
So
wearing
you get
just
a
one
pair
glove in a
of
minute.
them. We can go back out to the demo desk. And
Typing in the dark on a
let's
laptop,
see how
says
much
Pack
so
NW.
they got decent reviews, like something like 4.2 stars.
I bet those
from
would be
only 21
awesome
people.
book
But
lights.
there are dozens of people selling them. So $7.50 if you buy two of them. It's $15 for a pair. And then you can, look at this. You can buy four sets for $30. No, for $26. So $6.50 a set. Okay, if you buy them in bulk, they're $6.50. What I love is that it says over here, when the battery dies, replace it with the screwdriver. Okay, so I don't know how the screwdriver is going to fit in the battery compartment.
It says that they'll run for about 30 hours on a pair of button batteries. Haven't opened it, so the instructions don't say which batteries they are, but I think it's kind of a unique idea. All right. And I don't know why you call them. I guess there's nothing else you can call them but gloves. But LED gloves, anything else you should know about on-off button? Lasts for a long time, about 30 hours. Wide applications, used for auto repair.
Surgery.
Running, I guess walking the dog. Dentists.
Yeah.
Climbing, hiking. A wonderful gift for a handyman. Actually, I think it's a pretty good idea. LED gloves. Bye.
I was saying a book light because I like using a book light, especially when I'm camping, but I find that I'm constantly moving it to get closer to where I am. And if it was just on my thumbs, I could quite easily move it to where I'm reading at that moment.
Yeah.
I like that.
So this is why I'm wearing one glove, because they both gloves are for the same hand. Both gloves were for the right hand.
Oh no.
And I'm thinking maybe I can wear the other one upside down. And then I thought, wait a minute, I bought 2 pair. Is it humanly possible that the second pair is 2 left-handed gloves? And they were.
Okay. Wait. The one you were wearing was right? So
I got 2 right-hand gloves
okay.
in the package that I first opened.
Okay, good.
And then I thought, is it possible the 2 left-hand things are in their own package? And they were.
That seems...
So I ended up...
That seems like you're just waiting for a mistake at the factory. Like, oh, this is a pack of 2. Let's just give them to somebody.
Yeah, yes. Unless the guy who packs them say, you want 4, and he goes, 4 right ones, 4 left ones, and then puts them in a box. And those people are going to be surprised when they give them as gifts. And someone has all right hands and someone has all left hands.
And then you go, okay, trade. Hopefully you gave them at the same party. And you go, okay.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Just
you open one, and switch it.
And then I did use the screwdriver. They're CR 2016s, pretty easy to come by. And the way they're in there is kind of in a Mickey Mouse way. So my guess is I have tons of CR 2032s. I think you can easily swap out for 2032s. And each glove takes 2 of those button batteries.
Nice.
But yeah, I think it's a clever idea.
I like them. Very cool. LED flashlight gloves.
LED flashlight gloves. And now we have no music for this.
No, we don't.
Where are the people who compose music for this show?
Chad takes over on Normal Gadget.
None crappy corner.
Just a normal room, not even in the corner. So I took a look at a new gadget that Dickie D got, but he can't modify his front door, so I took it over, and it's a smart lock, and I recorded a video about it. So here it is. Hey Dickie D, so today we are taking a look at the Anchor Eufy Security Smart Lock. This sets apart from other smart locks because it has a built-in fingerprint identification reader thingy. So this should be able to just easily, tap your finger onto it and open up your lock. So we're gonna go ahead and install this off camera. I'm just gonna kind of do all that so I don't have to document it. I will say that currently I have a August currently on the door. One of the advantages of the August is that it does not replace the lock on the other side of the door. So this is the lock that came with my door, and so I didn't have to replace that. I only had to replace this side of the lock. This one is a little different. This will be required to be on the other side of the door. So let's get it unpacked and get it installed. So currently in the middle of installing, and so far it is fairly easy. I've just gone ahead and removed the lock that used to be there. And as you can see kind of from these boxes, step 1, step 2, step 3 is over here, step 4, and also step 4. Waffles is joining us. Then step 5, step 6. So
it's a cat burglar.
Easy. so far. Okie dokie, so I have everything installed. Here is this smart lock on my phone. And the installation process went pretty quickly. And the only issue I had was there's 2 bolts that go through to the other side of the lock. Those were a little bit difficult to get lined up exactly correct. It took a few minutes to get it right. This is very well constructed. It feels like it's mostly made out of metal. The casing is, this is probably the only plastic part on the outside of this. It feels very, very well constructed, so I really like that. The way to operate it, if you're doing it manually, is that you just flip this lock like you normally would. One thing is, even though it feels very well constructed, I wish that this wasn't quite so janky. It feels a little bit loose. I wish that that was a little bit more secure. Other than that, so far it feels good. You can also see that the app updates almost immediately once it connects. To lock or unlock this from your phone, all you have to do is click that and drag it down. And this is another thing that I kind of dislike, is that every time I've done this, it unlocks enough to pull the door open, but you can even see that the deadbolt is slightly poking out. This fixed with a calibration that I did a little bit later.
Do that, and that it went all the way with the door.
Now,
open. It went all the way for the first time.
Yeah, I think that
that is
the first time I calibrated it, didn't realize it needed to pull quite so far.
Let's talk a little bit about the app. The app is very nice. It's also really well rated inside of the App Store. You can see that you get a whole bunch of different lock events. So you can see me locking and unlocking the front door. You also can manage access to other people. I don't have anyone else added at the moment, but you could add them. One downside, and then you also have your settings. One interesting thing about the settings is this thing called scrambled passcode, which allows you to add spurious numbers, so incorrect numbers, before or after your passcode, and then I guess whoever's watching you, maybe a neighbor is behind your back or something like that, maybe you could add so many numbers that they wouldn't be able to remember, where if your passcode is only 4 digits long, they would be able to remember that, but you can go up to 12 digits and hide your passcode somewhere within that scrambled code, which is kind of cool. What I was trying to mention before, which is one downside of this, is that it is Bluetooth only. And my my August that I had did have an option. This is a separate option to add Wi-Fi. There's actually an extra little puck that's right down there that connects. It's basically a bridge between the Bluetooth of the August and the Wi-Fi of my house. So if I got a phone call from, say, my mom and said, hey, I'm outside of your house, I know that you're traveling, but I wanted to check in on your animals, please unlock the front door, I could do that because it can connect to Wi-Fi anywhere in the world and then connect via Bluetooth to the lock. And at the moment, the box doesn't mention anything about it.
So this one does not do that.
There is
the August
hub
does.
That Anchor does for other security things, but I haven't seen anything that mentions that hub connects with this. And it's only Bluetooth, so if you're on the other side of the house, there may even be a chance that you wouldn't be able to communicate with your lock if you wanted to. One more thing about the app, if you do want access if you want to give access to someone else, you have to do it ahead of time because you need to be connected to Bluetooth. And it's basically, you can add someone with a new passcode, or you can add their finger. So let's just say guest here, and then hit next. I could have a schedule at when they could join. So let's say schedule, I could have it expire, whatever time. So let's hit next. This is basically always anyway, so let's just choose always, hit next. So I could set a different passcode for them to use if I wanted. So let's just give it a few zeros. Oh, it's too weak. Oh man, here, and then add in some random numbers. I'm just gonna delete this later. Then you can add their fingerprint. You could also skip this step. So you could set this up later. So we could just be done and then be done. And now I have a guest with their own special passcode. So I could give this to my mom when she's at the front door. So there is a workaround option for that. Let's go outside and check out the front. So here we are outside. We took a little bit of a break because there was quite a loud lawnmower going on. But here is everything that it looks like from the outside. So first off,
on the top you have your fingerprint reader. Then you have your keypad and a cancel and unlock button. And then you also, underneath this, which is like magnetically sealed, you have an area for a key. They give you some keys. They give you 5 keys. And these are really interesting keys. They are not a normal style of key. They have the same sort of grooves that a key would have, but they are at a completely different angle. And the front looks like a U. So this would just slide right inside, and then you can rotate the whole key to do whatever type of locking or unlocking you want. And then this slides right back on, and then is magnetically sealed right there. So in order to lock or unlock, you can just take your finger, and this is the one that I have added, and there's a blue light around it. It's a little bit hard to tell. That just locked the door because I had it. Oh, I guess that unlocked the door. That unlocked the door. And then you can also do the same thing to lock the door. You can also, if you don't have a fingerprint registered, you can hold down this cancel button, and that will lock the door as well. So then you could type in your passcode. Don't look. There we go. And now you can open up the door as well. There's no camera on here. There's no extra sensor like that. It kind of looks like there's something right there, but that's not a camera or anything. And that's really all of the lock from the outside. I will say that this is rather fast, in my opinion. It does mention on the box that it'll do it within 0.3 seconds. So, some questions that I'm seeing in the chat room. One of them is, do they upload your fingerprint data? And from the box, it does not explicitly say that they keep all fingerprint data on device. It mentions other things a few times. First, security you can trust, AES 256 encryption, plus security chipset delivers military grade protection, so that it's mentioning it once. The next time it says, your prints remain private. Encrypted fingerprint algorithm ensures your fingerprints and in-app data are stored locally. Oh, locally. I thought that said stored, I don't know what I thought that said. Stored locally, there you go. So it's all stored locally on the device. In-app data. I guess in-app data is also stored locally. It's expensive. We're just gonna put that out there right now. If you were even just the lock type, that type of key, if you only got that type of key in a lock, it would be pretty darn expensive. So the fact that it also has a keypad, that it also has a fingerprint reader, and all that, and an app that works really well, it's a pretty expensive product. It's coming in at $250 for the Eufy Smart Lock Touch. One other thing to mention is that the bottom of the keypad, way down here below that little circle thing, there is a micro USB plug. And that is for the situation where you got home after being gone for months and the batteries, which are 4 AA batteries, are dead. So what you can do is you can take a phone charger, you can take a phone battery, and you can plug it in, and that'll bring life to the whole thing if you don't have your keys on you, and that way you can get into your house. And that's why that plug is on the outside of the house towards, the public. So you can combine the 3. You need the key, pin, and fingerprint to get in. No, any one of them does the opening. So a pin will open the door, a key will open the door, or your fingerprint will open the door. There wasn't any option to need all 3, and in fact I could just feel that the key would just bypass all of that. I'm really impressed with it. I'm like really impressed with it. It seems very solid. It seems very well constructed and well thought out. There is something to be said about worrying that fingerprint data doesn't stay on device. I don't know if it's up to you if you're going to trust Eufy, which is Anchor, which is a Chinese company, with that. Oh, another thing is that it is waterproof. It's IP65 waterproof. So that is also true. So So there you go.
No,
That's
I
basically
see
it.
Mike in the chat room. Mike 52 had guessed at $299. So
Yeah, so $50 less. I feel like if Slage, which is a big lock company, I feel like if they were to come out with this, it would cost $500 to $600. The fact that it's Eufy, it is. I feel like it is inexpensive for what it is, but it is still expensive.
Yeah,
IP65 isn't proof. You're right. That's like water resistant for 30 minutes or something like that. I forget what IP65 exactly means. So yeah, all in all, I'm impressed with how it is. I'm impressed with how it works, and really, really impressed with the build quality and design. Let's see if we can find IP65 gives protection against low pressure water jets from any direction, as well as condensation and water spray. It is suitable for most outdoor enclosures and won't encounter extreme weather such as flooding. IP67 would be much more substantial protection against liquid ingress, blah, 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 blah. So there you go.
don't let your house go underwater.
There you go. Oh, apparently, so Chumley has a Slage link for $200. So that is just this is a product that is only the keypad. So here's, Slage, like I was saying, is a big brand. So that's just that keypad option right there for you. One small funny little detail is that the bolt has the Eufy logo on it. So the bolt that goes into the door frame has this Eufy logo on it. When you open the door, you kind of see this Eufy logo, and it's just like, I wouldn't expect them to put their logo on the bolt, on the deadbolt part of it.
Well, that's very funny.
Yeah.
Maybe so the company couldn't sell deadbolts to other people.
I guess.
It could be.
Got this Eufy branded bolt. So there you go. The Eufy Security, made by Anchor, fingerprint identification technology, smart lock. With that,
very good.
Tossing it back over to you, Dickie D.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go and see what I meant by I Become the Sandman and a little update on what's going on in my building. To the trains. But before you can get out to the trains, you have to go through this door, which sticks now. If you've been following the saga, the building's converting from oil to gas heat. So the gas heater went through my building because it's the only way to get it into the basement is through the backyard. And then the 5-story chimney went through my apartment, and they topped off the chimney. And then I said to the guys he had done, they said, "But we're out of here." So over the weekend, Des and I swept the yard and put the greenhouse back where it was. And then Monday morning, the bell rang. 120-gallon water heater for the basement. And the landlord said, "It's going through your apartment." So they came in with rulers. And they said, "Oh, your front door has to come off." And then they came here and said, "Oh, this has to come off." Then they went out here and they said, "Oh, your gate has to come off. This has to come off." They managed just to squeeze it through. My front door went back on, that's fine. The gate's fine. This doesn't, it doesn't close right. It seems to be sticking at the bottom. And I thought, you know what, I'll just sand it myself. I don't have a sander, but I have an electric drill. So I went online and I bought the Sequoc. Okay. 200 pieces, all right. You know, the last time I bought a kit, the discs were way bigger, but you know, I guess that doesn't matter. You get 200 pieces of, oh, okay, I should have looked at the description. 2-inch discs starting at 80 grit, 180, 240, 320, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. And I think I remember, do you remember, is it the lower the number?
The higher the number, the more smooth.
This says 80. That's pretty gritty. So 80 must be, is that what it starts at? Yeah, it starts at 80. So this is what we want. That is the coarsest. You know, it just comes with that little... Oh, okay. Oh, this is neat. I mean, the old kit, I think years ago. You ever remember using it? I think you put a thing in and a screw went through the middle of it. Anyway, so this is like Velcro kind of thing. And in the electric drill, it's like a mini sander. Yeah. All right. And we'll see if we can just knock that door down a touch. And... oh, it's way better fast. Let's see. Wow. Oh, now there's a 12-inch gap. No. Well, you know what? It is getting better.
Maybe it's the bottom.
I think it is the very bottom. So...
oh, I should have used my flashlight gloves. You're right.
Halfway.
Oh, my drill has an LED in it.
It says 80 grit, but my question is it true grit?
No.
You know, we're getting
It's
there.
better.
We're getting there. All right, just a little more. We'll do a little more. We can edit some of this out because I know it's spellbinding video. Oh, you know what? If only we could do what the dentist does. You know, they put like carbon paper when teeth
Tap, tap.
tap, 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 and you go, and then we could see where exactly it's hitting. We're almost there. And Dennis is right. It could be at the very bottom. I'm going to do another touch and then we'll end it with that because I'm almost happy with this. Wow, just 5 hours and 35 minutes. Actually, we did about another 15 minutes, okay? And, oh, did you hear how far the door can go? I'm so used to pushing it. All right, so now it's all set to go. So, you know, if podcasting fails, I'm your sanding man.
It's just adorable.
Oh, adorable. Bye.
Oh my gosh, Shelley, too much.
Yeah. Do you remember big sanding pads? You probably... oh, you do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're just talking about like just normal sanding paper?
Oh, no.
No.
When you used to hook a thing onto your electric drill, it came with a big round rubber thing, and the discs were 5 inches.
Interesting.
And there was a screw in the middle of it. And I always thought, isn't it stupid to have a screw on something you're going to try and sand? Because if you put the drill the wrong way, the screw's going to make a big gash in what you're working on. And Dennis remembers those too. So at first I thought, what the heck are these little pads? But they work great. And
Great.
it wasn't until I was typing up the description that I realized there is a pad in there. Yeah, in the photo, next to the thing that goes in the drill, there's a little buffing pad that you can put between the sandpaper and that so that the drill doesn't bounce around so much. Oh. But that was a ton of sandpaper, and I didn't even realize that there is a few pieces of 2,000 grit and 3,000 grit.
Just in case you need to like polish a mirror or something like that.
Exactly. You know? I think it says for polishing jade.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Mom, that old jewelry you got? Yeah. Just put that necklace on and come over here near my drill.
If I could
I'll
just
polish
count
it
the
for
amount
you.
of times I needed to polish jade and I didn't have the sandpaper. God.
Well, now you do for just $14.
So, I really like that you can just take the drill and just use it, because I think the only other alternative would be to just do it by hand or to buy a whole separate oscillating sander.
Exactly. And that little, I guess Sears is out of the tool business. I'm not sure, but that's a drill from the hardware show like 8 years ago. A little Sears electric drill with a nice LED that shines on your work and click out batteries. So the job went really well.
That's perfect.
Awesome sanding pads. Oh, okay. 53922 likes it.
Yeah. And it, yeah, I like it a lot. It's pretty cool. Way better than the oscillating, buying a whole new oscillating sander. That's pretty true.
Yeah, exactly.
With that, I think it is time
for...
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okay, 1 second. I just gotta. This is my magic trick. Remember,
Wait a
this
minute.
is.
I thought your July thing was solar gadgets.
Yeah, it is. Okie dokie.
What did you get? A thimble?
This is, you know, just the Amazon packing. No, I'm just kidding.
My...
This one's a little confusing. So, I mean, you want to
Okay,
guess
okay.
what the heck it is?
The world's longest balloon?
Basically, you got it.
Oh, it is a balloon?
I recorded a video, so let's check it out.
What is that, a 30-foot balloon?
So here we are with another solar gadget for Chad's Crappy Corner. And what is more crappy than a floating trash bag? No, I'm just kidding. This is a solar balloon. And as you can see from sort of the front of this, it has like a scientific theme to it. The idea is that you are gonna put this on the ground. It's gonna float using solar power. And should be fun. Should be a fun little experiment. So let's go ahead and open this up. I assume that this is going to just be like trash bag material. There we go. Yeah, basically. So it comes with the solar balloon right here. Let's set that on the ground. It comes with a whole bunch of string, just like a kite. And then it also comes with instructions way down here at the bottom of the box. I also happened to see they had a rather instructional video about all of this as well. So when your solar balloon works best in the morning, when the air temperature is cooler, well, we're in the afternoon, a sunny day still works best. So it's pretty sunny right now. Find a place in a wide open area and away from power lines, that's good. Avoid pavement, sounds good. So we're gonna try to see if this works. In the video that I watched, it mentioned that we should lay out the balloon ahead of time in the sun. Right now we're in the shade. So let's go over here to the sun. I'm just gonna kind of do a long toss here. Woo!
Wow, that's big.
Okie dokie, so I have it laid out here. And it's rather long. It's 50 feet based on the box.
Oh my God.
And what's happening, obviously, is that this is going to fill up with air. I'm going to fill it up with air. And then the black bag is going to heat up the air inside so that it will rise. So the next step is for me to tie off one end, just using a knot. And then I'll go to the other end, which will still be open, and just fill it up with air by running really fast. So let's do that now.
Oh, so it's an exercise.
The best way to fill this up is just to get running. So.
Oh, you cheated. You tied off 30 of the 50 feet.
I didn't mean to. It just got twisted.
Oh, wow. Oh, you did a good job, actually.
It's all filled with air now. I definitely need to keep a hand on it because it's a little bit crazy. So obviously the sun is going to hit the black bag, and because this black bag is black, it's going to absorb a lot of that energy and then transfer that energy into the air. So I'm just going to tie off this end and then use the string that came with it. And just kind of notice how filled/unfilled it is. How much sort of extra space or how much air could fit in there, because that'll come in later. Avoid this tree right here. Right now it doesn't have a whole bunch of lift.
Wow,
enough
that's
to get off the ground, obviously.
You know, there's not enough room in all of New York City to do that.
Okay, I have it all filled up. It has definitely expanded. When I first see, look how straight it is now.
Wow.
Stiff. And I'm just gonna let it go, I guess. It kind of looks like a, I don't know, giant worm. Rise. Staying pretty low at the moment, as you can see. Rise. So it's about 94 degrees out here. We're not really in the shade. It's lifting, and I think the wind is messing with it quite a lot. The package did mention that it should probably be on a clear day. A still day. We're just working with what we got. It goes up, it goes down, but it's definitely not a kite at the moment. No. Possibly I needed to leave a little bit more air.
I think kids would love
this side. I was having fun. It definitely looks weird. I'm sure that the people driving by are really wondering what's going on here. Rise into the air. 94 degrees. 94 degrees here in Texas. Definitely not in the shade, that's for sure. It just looks like a gigantic trash bag filled with air, flowing in the wind. How beautiful. In the videos and things that I saw earlier, it seemed like it would get up into the air a lot more than this one is. It would rise a lot more, and it would hit the altitude of an actual kite. This looks cool. It is floating. It is using solar power, but it's not quite where I'd want it to be. Like I'm worried about it hitting this tree or anything like that. So that is the solar balloon, or my pet gigantic worm. So I just wanted to show you the video that I had kept referencing throughout the the video, and this is it. And so it kind of tells you, roll it out, how to kind of fill it with air, how it'll eventually sort of start to rise. And we were out there for, I guess, 10 to 20 minutes, just about. And you can see that theirs gets a little bit straighter than mine. And then later on, it gets way higher up into the air than mine. And it may be that it was just too windy of a day for me. Because you can see theirs is way above the trees.
Yeah.
And that sort of stuff. It was still very fun. I mean, it was definitely something that I could see parents taking their kids out to kind of have fun with it. And also, if you're nice with it, if you don't completely break it, I had to pop this in to get it down. But I could see you doing this over and over and over again. If you just tied it off very close to the end and then cut that, you could play with it again. I feel like it has enough material to do that just fine. It is not too expensive. Let me go find the cost here. I lost it. If I remember correctly, I think it was $12 at most.
Oh, okay.
I lost my. Here we go. Here's the link. Boo boo. $20. $20 on Amazon.
Oh, that's nice.
$20 on Amazon. There you go. 50 feet of trash bag for your scientific adventures. There you go.
Very good. Very nice.
It's pretty crappy, I feel like. I don't think it gets any...
Yeah, well, like I said, there's no room for that in New York City. So if they had, maybe just like a regular trash bag would work better.
You need to do it off the top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get approval. But there you go. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Flipper has a good idea. Flipper said, these are good when your trash company charges you by the bag. Send over 9 trucks. Oh, how many bags of garbage do you have? Just one.
Just one. 50-foot bag.
50 feet. Okay, our email is from Mo. We haven't heard from Mo in a bit. Mo said, I have another do not buy gadget, and this is his video.
Hey guys, love the show, and I hope everyone's well at Disneyland and in Chad's crappy corner, or Chad's I don't know what he would call his studio in regards to the Giz Wiz, but Disneyland I'll call both places. So this is a quick, I was gonna do a video. I thought this would be great for Dick to have, in that he would be able to use it in his boat in an emergency, but it's actually gonna be a gadget that I would say do not buy. This is a do not buy gadget. It took over a month to get here. I purchased it on Amazon, and I thought, in God forbid, in a situation where Dick needed to get water out of his boat, he could use it, but I don't think so. So this is the, what does it say? It is the XL battery pump. Okay, this is supposed to pump liquid from here up this way through here. So this is, I was trying to simulate a 5-gallon tank, and I turned it on, and God forbid Dick had water and he needed in his boat, and he needed to get that water out. He can use this, but this is a do not buy. As you'll see how it works, it's just too slow. You can use it to pump gas if you have a gas tank and you need to get it into the car. It would be fine for that, but it does trickle and you have to be patient. So I thought it would just suck it up and it would work well. It works with 2D batteries, but it is slow. So let me give you an example.
Is it submerged yet? Looks like it is. Whoa.
Wow, looks like
there it goes. Yeah, that's pretty slow.
So I think to empty this 5-gallon container, I think the batteries would die before the water came out. As you can see, it's in small trickles, so it's not powerful enough. So this is a do not buy gadget. A do not buy gadget. All right, I love the show. Keep up the great work.
I don't think that would.
Thank you.
You know what?
Bye.
Wouldn't gas eat through plastic?
I don't know. There's gas tanks that are a plastic type.
Oh, that's right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yes.
I don't think that if you were to use that on a boat, that could keep up to like a light rain.
No, you know what? Years ago, I had one of those that ran on 2 AA batteries, and I needed it for one specific thing. On my houseboat, there were dozens of compartments in the bottom because of boats having the framing of the boat, and a lot of them had little holes through them so that water would pass on through to a larger compartment where there was a big pump. But there were certain little compartments that I couldn't even reach to drill a hole through. And I bought one of those, and I could get the water out, but it was a chore. I mean, you would do it just because you didn't want the water out, like in the winter when it was going to freeze in there.
Right.
But it took forever. So Mo's right. This is not an emergency pump. I'm not quite sure what the use is, unless you have to get water out of something and there's only a little hole to where the water is. That little thing could slide through. But be prepared to spend a lot of time to get anything out. Yeah. I think he put a link to it. Did I send you the link?
Oh, let me see.
I was just wondering if it got any reviews.
Oh yeah, he did send a link. Let me click this. One rating.
One rating.
They rated it, I bet.
They did. Yeah,
it looks like it even shows gas.
Oh, in a gas tank.
Yeah, in a gas tank.
Yeah.
That's. It's also weird when he showed it to the camera. It sounded like the part that was moving was in the tip. It seemed like
it is in the tip.
Ah, so that's where like it's actually sucking from. That's where the
exactly. The impeller, I believe it's called the impeller.
That is so interesting.
Yeah. Oh my God, there are bunches of them.
Yeah, this looks like one of those things. But I would feel like a hand pump would be better. Like,
yes.
you just be able to use it so much better.
Yeah.
This person loved it. Good job, he says.
I love this, but it made my job so much. I am having to wash my clothes on my own since I have a stay-at-home. This helps me drain
this
the water.
Is fake. This has got to be not real.
Oh my God, I think so. I think it's the guy who invented it or the guy who sells it.
Yeah, no joke.
I drain the water out of my tub and it does it pretty fast.
Three people found this helpful though.
Well, Mo didn't. Anyway, Mo, thank you. And
Thank
Mo,
you.
your Mad Magazine is on the way. If you have a video, anything to do with a gadget, okay, should be a gadget in your video. Old gadget, new gadget, gadget you love, gadget you hate. Like that's very informative. That pump is not worth even at $9 unless you have a specific need for it. It's not going to work for you. Put it up on YouTube. You can click unlisted, send us the link, mail at gizwiz.tv. And if we show it on the show and you live in the States, you'll get a Mad Magazine. If you live anywhere else, I'll sign an Alfred E. Newman picture and email you a high-res image to print out wherever you are. Mail at gizwiz.tv.
With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Our email is from Ken Schnecter. I'll spell it Schechter. Dick, you may have gotten other responses regarding your new backyard vent. A couple of weeks ago, I showed the big vent that's in my yard that will take air in for the new gas furnace. I'm retired Navy, and on ships, that type of vent is nicknamed Charlie Noble. According to Wikipedia, around 1850, a British merchant ship captain, Charles Noble, upon discovering that the stack of his ship's gallery were made of copper, ordered they be kept bright. From then onwards, the ship's crew started referring to the galley smokestack as the Charlie Noble. Oh, okay. Other vents from engineering spaces and storerooms are eventually called Charlie Nobles. And as a gag, new crew members were often sent about the ship to deliver a message to Charlie Noble. I'm enclosing a version with pictures. So there you go. My vent looks a little different, but I often wondered what those vents on ships were called. Even the Staten Island Ferry has these. And now we know they're Charlie Nobles. Charlie Noble. Ken, thank you very much
That is awesome.
for bringing the show up a notch with some actual knowledge.
That's very cool.
Very cool.
Thank you, Ken, for that. And also thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. Thank you so much for supporting the show. This is a fan-supported show, and you guys rock for supporting it. Thank you so much. If you enjoy the Giz Wiz, please consider giving back over at gizwiz.com, and you can click on the Patreon tab, and then head on over to patreon.com/GizWiz to support. There's also a PayPal link on the Patreon page on our website if you want to support via PayPal. That's more like a one-time donation, where Patreon is more of a reoccurring thing. Thank you so much to everybody who has supported the Giz Wiz. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Speaking of GizWiz.tv, that's where we record the show live just about every Thursday. Next week will be on a Friday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. If you head on over to GizWiz.tv, the website will update whenever we are live, so you can watch along, join the chat room, and enjoy the show. If you don't catch it live, we're always available on our website, GizWiz.tv. All the old episodes are there. You can also subscribe on iTunes through RSS or on our YouTube channel. Play What the Heck Is It at GizWiz.biz. This is a gadget, the gadget, the whole gadget. And if you think that you know what it is, get a guessing over there. This is obviously a one-blade, hand-powered fan. You push on this button really hard and it spins around and around and around, and that little blade thing puts out some air, just a little bit of air. If you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers, if you do know what this is, and 12 Mad magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. Also, gizwiz.biz, articles about all the gadgets we covered, and if you need the mobile version of the site, you can check out gizwiz.me. Gizwiz.me. That about wraps it up for our show. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here.